Liverpool FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well.
Now we're starting this one, bro.
Campeones, campeones, ole, ole, ole. Campeones, campeones, ole, ole, ole.
All right. Boy, it has been a harem-scarum one today. It is Saturday, and the time sponsored by Accurist will be 8:15, and Liverpool have just finished playing in the World Club Cup final, and we've won it. So it was a whole madness to be here on time for recording. Still trying to watch the game and seeing what happens. I don't know if you can see it in the camera that's fixed on me, but I'm actually watching the trophy lift as I'm talking to you. So this is actually quite exciting. It's the first time we've sort of recorded whilst watching
Real
it live,
time.
if you like. Yeah.
Super light.
It's me, your boy Slim, as always. I'm saying, got my goons with me today. I'm saying, introduce yourselves, boys.
Paul's here, very stressed. Getting here, trying to watch the game at the same time.
Sini's back in the building.
Substitutes here, feeling a lot better.
Yeah, boy.
Earlier.
Hey, listen, this trophy looks nice. I mean, it's one. How many times have we won it? Once.
This is the
That's
first
it.
Oh, it's the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, it's the first time. Because you know what I was thinking? I can't remember it in 2005. I was like, what actually
We
happened
lost
in
to Sao Paulo,
2005?
apparently.
Yeah.
But
but
I completely
We had a
forgot.
couple of
remember
disallowed goals and everything. We battered them that day.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
we
can't
better than
remember.
them.
yeah, apparently we dominated it. I can't remember it for
Warnock
love
was
nor
talking about it.
money.
He's a commentator. He was
Yeah,
talking about it.
I can't remember it for love nor money. Anyway, let's just get down to business. Let's talk about this game because
It's fresh.
Why not?
it was a proper roller coaster ride. I mean, we started off and we had two chances within like the first 5 minutes. We could have been 2-0 up in the first 5 minutes, but our shooting boots deserted us for like. Who was it that had the chance? I forgot. Firmino had the
he had
chance.
one of
And
them,
who
yeah.
else?
And then
Naby Keita had
Yeah.
one. Naby's was a little bit harder than
But you
Firmino's.
saw his technique. He was leaning back.
Yeah.
So
He
that
got it,
wasn't.
he got it.
But
Yeah.
Firmino's
Target.
one, you've got to bury that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's come over the shoulder.
You've
and
got
that,
to hit the target.
But you've got to make the keeper
Got
work
to hit the
at
target.
least.
Got to. It's
You don't
criminal.
put
It
that
got,
over the bar.
his body shape was weird as well. He kind of.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to lift it.
Yeah.
Over the
Do
crossbar.
you think he was surprised to have that chance that earlier on
So early,
in the
yeah.
game?
I think at the moment he's panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you know what? To be fair to him, he scored on his first chance. Do you remember Andy Cole when they used to say that he takes a few chances to score?
Ox has got a boot on, by the way, boys, and he's on
Oh,
a
with his
crutch.
ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for
He's
that.
got a boot and
Yeah,
he's
as
got a
long as
boot.
That's
not
fine.
knees
He'll be back.
again.
Well, I thought because his knee,
I thought it was his knee,
shook.
yeah.
Did you see the angle?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was knee. I thought
Yeah.
his knee. I thought his foot got stuck in the ground.
And his reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he was hitting the
Yeah.
ground,
Yeah,
just
like-
to say "fuck," has done
Not
it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We don't need that. We need
He's
him.
okay.
Yeah, he's on a crutch
Could be,
and he's got a
even if it's a
boot.
month, that's better than 9 months. Because
Yeah. You take that. You take
Take it,
that.
of course.
You take that.
where were we?
Another
We're all
medal as well,
excited.
man, so
The first chances.
Yeah, the first chances. I mean, so yeah, we missed those early chances to obviously put the games. I think Flamingo's shape. I don't think they had it sorted. I think they couldn't. They weren't ready for how we were going to play, and I think during the in the first after 10-15 minutes, the Flamengo coach, he changed it, which sort of then balanced the game out a bit more.
They had an experienced team out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Felipe
didn't-
quite
Luis,
surprised,
Rafinha's
the
in
manager
there.
himself.
Yeah. So they got a few decent players in there. I felt they accounted for themselves well. I mean, we didn't have it all our own way.
It was a tough game.
Yeah,
If
very-
we scored, obviously that might have helped because they didn't have lots of pace, did they? I thought they were really good playing 1-2s around our box, like kind of traditional Brazilian style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? From the 80s and 90s, whatever.
but their shooting was wayward.
But
They had chances, but I
no, I
did.
don't think they were great. They didn't have clear cut chances.
No,
they
they
never had
didn't.
chances
They
where I was
didn't.
like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it was like a couple stops from
First
Alisson.
half, from about minute 25 to maybe the end,
And that
we
was
were kind of like,
Gomez and Van
what's
Dijk.
going on
Partnership is
here?
back.
Like, you know what I mean? But no,
Would you say that we kind of controlled the game, if you like?
apart from 25 minutes of it, maybe.
Yeah, I
think,
thought
I
they had a
think
good.
so.
They were always in there because it's a cup final.
Yeah.
But they were really in there for about 10-15 minutes in the second half. I thought, wow, this team are dominating us for a moment. But yeah,
That's always the problem that you have, though. If you don't take chances, people get the team. Other team gets confidence.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? I think you have to capitalize and be ruthless whilst you're on top, because I reckon that we score one of those chances early doors.
Yeah.
It's a whole different game.
Well, you know, you say about controlling the game. In one of the WhatsApp groups, I said that. Well, during the game, I thought that we weren't Robertson and Trent weren't getting that forward, and it could have been them. It could have been the way it was a tactical battle and they couldn't get forward. But that way as well, we did look quite
sorry,
secure.
Paul, to cut you. Mo Salah's going up to receive
Probably player of the
the
tournament.
Golden Ball winner,
Oh, player of the
the
tournament.
FIFA
then,
Club World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup Qatar 2019 Golden Ball winner Mo Salah. I think that's more to do with his notoriety in the country more than anything else.
But he was good in the semis. He played most. He played
really
most
well.
of the game.
He had and
he played
both goals.
and he played today as well.
What were you saying before I cut you, Paul?
About the control. I thought our fullbacks didn't get forward too much.
That's what I was going to say.
We went back to a 1-0 like last season. You know, that's the first 1-0 I think we've had in a while.
Clean sheet though.
Do you think the reason why the fullbacks weren't so attacking was because of the midfield?
Yeah.
Was because of Ox and Cater being in there?
Yeah,
Quite possibly.
Good
That would
point.
make sense. That would make
Yeah.
sense, yeah. Because
we
we got
could-
2 off the leash.
That's it. We couldn't get our foot on the ball when they were putting
Yeah.
us under pressure, if that makes sense.
And you know what? I wouldn't say it's like a negative towards.
Oh wait,
Ox.
hold on.
Go on.
He's got the Abiba Cloud Award as well.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
everything.
They're giving him awards for the
Yeah,
sake of
sweep,
giving
you
him
know.
awards.
Oh, wow.
He didn't even score one goal at this tournament.
It's just some weird gold-looking trophy.
Anything else they can give him?
Yeah.
I was
Making
gonna
up
say
for the
something
fact that he
controversial
lost
there. I wouldn't say
African
it.
Player of the Year, innit?
No, but what was I saying about Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby? So it was, sometimes when we talk about the fullbacks and we go, oh, they're not playing because Ox doesn't afford protection or Kate, and I think that's like a bit of a negative spin.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's more that they don't have to get forward because Ox and Naby
Yeah.
are tasked to be
That's right.
creative.
No, I agree with you, Paul, because that's how it should be. If you've got 2 creative midfielders, why do you need your
Why do you-
fullbacks
exactly.
Doing the
all
same.
the way up the pitch? Because you have the creativity on the pitch.
Very true.
So I agree with you. The negative spin on it, we shouldn't spin it negatively. It's a positive. We've got 2 people in midfield capable of doing something. We'll just hold our shape. I'm sure they get up to the halfway line, or the right side might go, but the left stays, and vice versa. But just a bit more balance, if you like. You know what I mean? Instead of everyone going forward and then us getting caught in behind. It's crazy, but
It's good though. We need alternative ways to play. So it's good. It's good.
precisely because now we got Carlo Ancelotti in the league, who knows how to kind of stop us. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to be able to vary it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That Everton game will be interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna come onto Everton and Arsenal. We're gonna just brush over it a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to
Why not?
discuss what's going on in the football world. But back to this game. So we controlled the game without really creating many clear-cut opportunities, in my opinion. Do you anyone? It's fresh, but it's mad when the hype goes. You forget everything. You know what I'm saying?
4-1-0 cup final. That's where it ended up. I think we made a couple decent chances. I suppose we didn't make a lot in the second half, did we?
No, we
Henderson
didn't.
wasn't really a chance.
You don't think that was a chance?
What? It's a great
From
shot.
outside
It's a
the
great-
ball, I
It's
wouldn't
not a
classify
clear
it as
cut
a
chance.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
But
clear. I
there's
wouldn't
no
class
way
that as
the
a clear
post.
cut chance. It's a
Firmino's
free.
a
Firmino's
great
one,
chance.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, look at that skill there.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
How can I forget about that? The way Firmino dinks it over him, takes it with his left foot. Any other day that goes in off one
course,
post,
yeah.
in off the other.
That's right.
There's 3
What happened?
attempts there that you expect goals from. Firmino's first
First
Firmino's
one.
second,
Yeah.
and Mane's when he went through on goal, and then suddenly it's a penalty. No,
Yeah.
it's a free kick. No, it's nothing.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, don't.
What the fuck
I've
happened there?
Wait, before you just, I was going to say that Firmino's second one.
We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
We'll come back to that.
I see Paul look at me.
What the hell happened with that Mane chance foul? Let me just go. You know what? Yeah, let me just go on it, bro.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was a penalty.
Yes, one.
Agreed.
Upon the replay, I noticed it's outside the box.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
no
free
problem.
Fair enough.
But it's definitely a foul.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And if it's outside the box and a foul, it's a red card, no?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The ref says he's going to look at the VAR, look at the screen, which is what we don't do in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm all for it. Go look at the screen, see what's happening.
Yeah.
How he says, he does that. He says, I'm going to look at the screen to see if it's inside or outside. You can read his lips. He says that. How does he go to the screen and come back with no foul, no penalty, no free kick,
No
no
booking.
card? Please explain.
I tell you how, you go up to the screen, you close your eyes, you wait 10 minutes and then come back.
That's the way. That's the
Simple.
only way.
Simple.
That's the only way.
Simple.
Do you want to know something? Go on.
I've got a point now, and this could be a game changer in the way we moan about VAR.
Go on,
and we say,
speak
why
on
do
it.
we have the screen at the front? Maybe that's why. Because at Stockley Park, I don't know if it's just one referee or maybe one or two, or it's
I think there's 3.
and they got more. It's easier. You're less stressed because he obviously, unless he doesn't play for, maybe doesn't play football or something. He hasn't recognised what the foul is. The foul is someone impeding your kicking foot. It's very slight. It's very nuanced way of thinking because you have to know about playing football. You need to know about losing your balance. You need to know about all this stuff. And he didn't recognise that. He simply didn't recognise that Mane was impeded, and that's why he skewered that way.
I'm not sure though.
No.
We can't say he didn't recognise it because he gave the
the
penalty.
foul.
He gave the penalty.
He gave it.
But what I'm saying is he gave the penalty, thinking probably it was a kick.
Yeah.
He didn't notice the nuance bit of the slight touch because factually he didn't give the penalty in the end or the free kick.
Do you
He
know
said it
why he
wasn't a
didn't?
foul.
Because he looked at the same replay from the
Same
same
angle.
angle and didn't look at any
See,
other.
that's what I was waiting to say.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And then
Same
on the
angles.
coverage, on the television coverage, they showed the angle from behind the goal, and you
right.
can clearly
Exactly.
see
The contact.
the contact where he
Then
hits
maybe
him.
that's why
didn't change.
the thing is shit. Going down there is shit.
But
But you need Stockley Park.
No, it's not shit. Because when he went to the screen, you saw he had 4 different
That's right.
pictures. He has all the angles on that screen.
Yeah.
But they haven't given him the right angle, as Sini said. He hasn't
That's
looked at the critical angles.
How do we know he hasn't looked at all the angles if it's on the screen?
Because you can see the screen. You
Yeah,
saw
you
the
could see
screen.
it.
You
You could
saw
see
the
it.
screen,
We could
and you
see
could
it.
see the 4 different shots of what he was looking at. It's a nonsense
Well, then there's
decision.
another reason maybe then why that thing is shit. Because if it's only going to give someone one angle,
No, I think you're missing the point. He can
He's
have whatever
focused on
angle he
one.
wants.
Yeah.
He's
Well, he was.
focused on
I'll
one.
tell you why.
How does he choose
Paul,
it?
he was
Has he
telling
got a
them.
mouse?
Paul, listen to me. Paul, he was telling them on the headset.
Okay.
Rewind it.
Yeah.
Rewind it. Slow it down. Forward.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He
He
like,
can ask for
He can
another one.
ask for it. Different angle.
Okay.
He can ask for all of that. So he's got everything at his disposal, and it was a nonsensical decision that made no sense. I think all Liverpool fans would not deny that was not a penalty.
Correct.
It wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, fact.
I'm cool with that.
Yes.
Yeah. If he doesn't foul Mane puts that away.
Thank you.
He
This
puts
is
that
it.
away.
Fact.
I'd rather him not have fouled him.
Exactly.
Because I was like, you're in. I stood up ready to celebrate. Because
Fact.
I'm saying he's in.
I forgot about the red card. Only
The fact
later,
is,
I forgot about it.
either
It should
way
be a red
you
card.
look at it, one of them has to go. One of those players is walking. Because if you're telling me it's a dive and it's no foul or whatever, you got to book money for dive.
And that's a second yellow
Nah,
card.
he's saying,
He's got to go.
He's saying it was. What is he
But
saying?
he
I
said
don't
it
know.
was nothing.
Exactly.
He actually
Yeah.
said it was
He's
nothing.
come
It
back
makes
and
no
said, guess
sense.
what? Nothing happened.
It makes no sense.
Not even a call
If
now.
we lose this game, that decision there,
Fact.
basically what loses us the game.
Correct.
Oh yeah, fact. He's done the fucking Men in Black thing. Boom.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Did everything.
Yeah, boom. We're back.
He's got bars. Man
Oh,
said
man,
men
that's
in
a
black
joke.
and that.
Come on, man.
Man, I raised the memory.
Like, nothing happened. Like that.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hey.
No. It's. You know what? Yeah, a lot of our opposition fans say like, I saw a picture of a Liverpool kit with VAR as a sponsor, and I don't understand where people get this from. Yeah, if we were getting loads of VAR decisions, yeah, I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, yeah, we're getting it. So what? But we're not. We've got some. We've not got a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the whole VAR thing, it's just farcical, man.
It's
Yeah,
time
it's-
to
like,
it is.
finish.
I was for it. Last season I was like, yeah, boom, VAR. But this season it's just been fucking bollocks, bro. You know,
But
like,
do you know, because it's new, there's always going to be trial and error. It's going to take time before it's perfected. Anytime they introduce a new rule, nobody likes it at the beginning. People are for it, people are against it. But in terms of them perfecting the way that it works, the way that they review things, that was never going to be perfect in the first season.
But it's
Never.
not about perfecting it. How can you perfect a perception of a challenge or a foul?
yeah,
That's
it's
the problem.
opinions,
It's,
isn't it?
it's opinions,
It's
and it's
opinions.
more annoying them getting the wrong decision.
oh look,
after 10 minutes.
Mane is leading up the team to go and pick up the trophy.
Wait, they've been half an hour.
No, do you know why? I tell you why it's taken so long, because Monterey went up because they were third place winners. Then
At the same time?
no, they went up first, and then Flamengo have gone up.
So they're in the same stadium.
Yeah.
Bruh.
The game was played every game was played in that stadium.
It's like
So
a
the-
summer
yeah.
football tournament with kids.
So anyway, as I was saying, sorry, I know I'm cutting you, but we're watching this as it's happening.
We're doing it different today.
Keep it
Mane's
going.
touching his left arm, as if to say, yeah, like we're getting the patch. You know what I'm saying? Like world champions, gold badges coming.
Legends,
What a
legends,
team, man.
legends,
Oh,
legends.
All right, you know what? Yeah,
Only thing about this VAR thing, I swear at the World Cup, they used it.
Yeah, I liked it.
We didn't have any drama. There wasn't that much drama. The only thing people were complaining about at that time is that decisions took too long. Because we're used to you click your fingers.
It worked well in the World
It
Cup.
worked
It
well in the
worked
World
well.
Cup. So I don't understand how
Mate,
we
the-
moved the forward and it's gone backwards.
You know what the problem
sorry.
is
Why
that
has
there's different
Adrian's
rules.
done the classic thing? He didn't play, but he's got full kit on and goalkeeper's gloves.
Oh,
And gloves.
And the gloves.
And
big
gloves.
man. Keep
Wait,
your
he would have
bib
had
on.
kit on anyway.
Yeah,
It was sub,
if
it was fair goalie.
yeah, you'd have been on the bench dress, no?
No, you
No,
would
but
not with the gloves
everyone's
on.
there.
Yeah, not the gloves.
Van der Berg's getting a trophy. No, what's the name? Not Van der Berg.
Van der Berg.
Yeah, Sepp Van der
Is that Van der Berg?
Yeah,
you
it's Van
said?
der Berg, yeah.
Yeah, keep the gloves on, make sure you
Elliot's
Because
going
everyone
up
who went
there.
out there, everyone, all
Williams
the
is going up
substitutes,
there.
Red in red.
Lonergan's going to
Berg.
get a medal as well.
Lonergan's getting one.
Everyone's getting one. Because as long as you're there and you're on the subs bench, everyone's
No, the
getting
bench. Yeah.
Everyone's
Harvey
getting
Elliott's there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Harvey
no,
Elliott's.
good
Harvey
on
Elliott's
him,
has
good
gone
on
has
him.
gone up.
Oh, we need to talk about the kids. Give them some props a bit later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go,
we
bruv.
get
Do
there.
you want the
excited.
seat?
He's
Do you want the
excited.
seat? Do you want the seat? But this is live. I'm watching it live.
Then,
I'm
Commentating,
commentating.
huh?
I'm
Who's
commentating.
going up?
Now the
Speak on
backroom staff are going up.
Okay, this is it. Better.
Henderson, yeah.
Tell us if we're going to get the shuffle. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to
Get the
see.
what?
The Hendo
The
shuffle,
Hendo
man.
thing.
We
Oh yeah, I
spins
tell you.
round,
When
it's the
once
trophy.
it's there, you can come around and watch it. It's
My,
fine.
my shuffle.
Klopp's getting his medal. Klopp's getting his medal now.
Good lad,
Of course.
good
Winning
lad.
mentality.
That's right.
That's it. That's
Here's
it.
They went out
Henderson.
there to win.
Henderson's
Right.
getting his medal now. If you want to come around and look, boys, feel free, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just come on, man. Just bring your mic round. There's no rules today, bro. There's just no rules, bro. Come on, man. There's one camera there that can catch us all, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? See if we get the Henderson shuffle.
Is that Infantino? You.
Oh, who's he get? Oh, he's telling him to move.
What's it
Can
going
you-
to Mohamed Salah?
Can you see us all, Cal?
Yeah, we're going to win some more trophies.
Here it goes. Ooh. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Oi, come on. It's mayhem, it's mayhem, it's mayhem.
There's no rules.
It's mayhem. There's no rules, man.
Oh man.
Big up Specs Gonzalez for the no rules team.
Indeed. No rules. No rules.
No rules today, man. No rules. There's not
Yeah,
no rules.
back to
There's
your
not no rules
comment about-
anyway,
Yeah,
man.
go on,
But you
go
know,
on.
VAR.
Yeah.
back to
There's different rules in different competitions for VAR. So that's
Allison's.
part of the
Allison's
confusion
raising
as
it
well.
now. Ooh, hey!
World Cup, it was all good. Now you come to the Premiership, it's a mess.
Maybe because it was less games in the World Cup.
Come on, bro.
Cater's lifting it now.
So it feels more every week. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
true,
true.
it's
Actually, that too.
Listen, let's leave VAR behind.
Yeah, forget that.
Let's leave VAR. It's shit.
World champions.
It's shit. It needs refining. Yeah, we know
still
that.
won.
Let's talk about Alisson Blood Clot Becker.
Hey,
Oi.
He
hey.
didn't have much to do in this game, but in the semi-final, wow,
That save that was
Wow.
where he tipped it away from
Yeah,
the striker
yeah.
coming in.
wow.
You get what you pay for, though.
Yeah.
Get what you pay for.
I was watching it at my father-in-law's house, who's an Arsenal fan. He said, "Oh, you boy got lucky." I said, "That's why we paid the 65 M's
That's
because
it.
these are the things that these keepers do for you. They save you points. Keep
He
you
was
in
bit.
games."
He was a bit lucky today. Do you remember the guy blocked him?
Kick.
Yeah, with the kick.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the
Woo!
kick. Yeah, with the kick.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, he's brilliant.
he's
brilliant.
absolutely amazing.
We had that Adrian debate, not debate, but I think a couple of people were like, "Oh, maybe he should stay in the."
Nah.
No,
don't
take
change
time,
the winning
take time.
team, but
I did. I think I was in that camp. I was in that camp. I did because I believed he was playing well. But don't get me wrong. Even though I was saying Adrian played well, you could keep staying beside the six. Obviously, Alisson is the better goalkeeper. There's no two ways
Fact.
about
Yeah.
it. It's a
Fact.
fact. Do you know what I mean? I just believe he was playing well. Like you could keep him in there. But yeah, that's all done now.
My
boys.
biggest thing is I didn't realize how good he was because I remember when I first started to hear of him, Roma must have played Barcelona in the Champions League and whatever. I didn't see anything special. I thought he was all right. We played him, played against Roma. We banged
but
five past
yeah.
him. I'm thinking, what's going
But
on
he
here?
had no protection in
He
that
didn't.
game, did he?
He
So,
didn't.
You know what I
There's only
mean?
so
he
much
was
you
he
can
was
do.
left
Yeah.
open like
There's
a
only so much you
like a
can do.
hooker outside of a pub, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was just wide open, bro.
I was like, is he as good as they say? But you know what I mean? Boy, Klopp has been justified because yet again, to me now, looking at him, he's worth every penny. You could even say we'd have paid more.
100%.
absolutely.
If we pay 65 for him, he's now definitely worth
over
80, 90, easily.
Come on.
This
He's not
market,
old,
that's
is he?
That's free figures.
He's only 20.
We're talking about him being in the top 3
Is
keepers
he like
in the
20?
world.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in
20s?
his mid-20s.
And for a keeper, that's young.
Come on.
Do you know what I
Come
mean?
on.
So
Got the stature.
it's a snitch.
He's
It's
just-
free
yeah,
figures.
yeah.
Free.
He just for me, he just oozes confidence. And when things happen in a game, and like say the player's 1-on-1, or you know they're about to have a shot, I don't know about the rest of you, but I swear to you, I do not panic.
He's
I
an
don't think,
imposing
oh my
figure.
god, they're gonna score, they're gonna score. I don't panic. I've given up. Panicing's not in my makeup anymore.
He makes some hard saves look quite easy sometimes
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Because I think he's always his position is always pretty good.
Yeah.
He moves his feet quite quickly. That over a kick today was even that could have been because the pitch was kind of when it's I mean
That
this is a
pitch,
perception I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
When
it's a
the pitch is when the stadium is quite big, and like it just seems the pitch seems bigger, and it just I reckon the perceptions could change for the players, and I think that's impressive. I think what he done was impressive today, and
I
the whole
expect
week.
him to hold that. If I'm honest, we're looking at that overhead kick, 'cause he didn't get much power.
No, but some goalies might
Do you know
knock
why?
it back
Because he hit the overhead kick so cleanly. That's probably why he saves it. If he scuffs that, comes off his shin or something, it probably goes in. You know?
When they
Yeah.
showed the replay in slow motion from behind when they showed the player shooting, it's just us looking at the way he moves his feet. It's nothing to chance. He doesn't have to stretch or anything. He's like then down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Even the semis, let's have it. We conceded the goal. He saves the first one, and he's up immediately. But obviously, the guy who scores it realizes if I put it that way,
He's got it.
because he's up.
Yeah,
he was
he's
up
back
immediately. So the guy puts it bang in the corner because he can't get to it. But man was up.
Segue. As soon as you talked about that goal in the semi-final,
Yeah.
that goal doesn't go in if we had our normal back four.
Correct.
Because you know our normal back
Henderson
four is so good at stepping up.
Yes.
So good. And you could see, was it Henderson and Gomez, I think, just basically.
I think Henderson was in no man's land.
Yeah. But what you
But
say.
Lallana ran out as well.
Yeah.
Man, but he did the right thing.
No, the team are
call
used
him
to
out.
running out, but I think
Yeah.
for Henderson being in a position that he's not used to, he just wasn't switched
Yeah,
on.
it was tough.
And
Of course, it's
Gomez
different,
definitely
adjusting.
wasn't switched on.
Definitely
Gomez is
not.
used to having that big voice next
That's
to him
right.
and Virgil.
Move out.
yeah.
We've done well. We've done well.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
got
Henderson
there.
at centre back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have to rotate.
Let's just go on to the. Should we just talk about the semi-final, because as you said, the team was a bit crazy. We started with Milner at left back,
Right back.
Yeah.
No,
Left back.
Yeah. No, Trent was on the bench. Yeah.
Trent was
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
was on the
you're
Robertson
right.
played.
Yeah,
Milner at
Robertson
right
started.
back,
Yeah.
Robertson at left back,
Yeah.
Trent and Henderson in centre back. Trent,
Gomez.
Gomez,
Yeah.
and Henderson and centre back. What was the midfield? What was the midfield?
Lallana,
Keita,
Keita, and Ox.
And
Yeah,
Ox.
that's right.
Yeah, that was a bit.
But even up front, it was a bit mad still.
Yeah, it was.
It was like Origi,
Salah,
Shaq.
Origi.
Yeah, it was
And-
Salah,
yeah,
Origi, and
And Shaq was on the left wing. I
Shaq.
felt sorry for him
Yeah,
there.
so did I. It
He's
was
not
tough.
super pacey, is he? So
It's tough.
When I saw that lineup, I was a bit like,
Don't rate them, bro.
let's see what's gonna happen here. And then, 5 minutes or so into the game, that link up between
Yeah.
Naby and Salah was just like
it's good.
sumptuous.
Yeah.
Naby Keita, my God, we have to give him some props. I mean, he is like, I don't know, he's really acclimatizing. He's like sometimes, people at work when they need extra help, they give him the new chair, computers, everything, like need extra help.
We saying EAL, English as a second language.
Yeah,
and
well,
that,
it's just like he's now. This is not this is like constructive criticism or something to watch out for. I'm still not convinced that he's there yet. Although he is there, what people forget is that he's been here before, and like in WhatsApp groups, people sometimes get on his back, and he's been there before. He has played well before. He has been at a stage where I've gone, this guy's ready to play now, and it's fallen apart. Whether it's been an injury or sometimes I think Klopp dropped him.
He just struggles to sustain the momentum. When
So
he
I'm
gets
not
going.
Yeah.
there yet.
But yourself and Slim must have said it on one of the podcasts we were on last. It's about also the opposition that he's up against. If you give him a chance to get on the ball, if you're a team that doesn't press us, he'll be all
dictate.
over.
Yeah, because he came on. He came back against Bournemouth, didn't
That's
he?
right.
And Bournemouth didn't really
No.
put up a fight for us, did they? So he looked spectacular. So I think I was one of the ones that said,
That's right,
Let's
yeah.
see about the next game and the next game. Do you see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
in that semi-final, he's carried on his form, man. He's done all right, man.
And he was okay today. Like it was, everyone was over a 7 out of 10 anyway. Do you know what I mean? When you win a game like that, I think.
Yeah, I think
They done their job. It was tough. They were a good team they played against. Do you know what I mean? Keita was involved in a few things. I think the chance he missed, he put Trent through to cross it in, and then I think when Salah hit it with his right foot.
Yes.
Oxlade was quiet though, wasn't he?
What are you talking today?
Yeah.
You're confusing this.
Or both.
Let's go.
Oxlade's had a quiet week, I think.
I don't know if he's had a quiet week. I think we just expect more from him. I mean, in the semi-final though, he had one of those driving runs and he went through a couple of players. I don't know if he had a shot or whatever, but I was a bit like, that's more like it. And I think when we don't see that from Ox, we feel like he not giving us everything. That's just my personal opinion.
That's because he doesn't really get involved in continuity play like a Ronaldo or Keita.
Okay. From that,
he'll come in and switch it. He'll come in and switch it. He'll demand the ball, switch it, or he'll demand the ball and drive. I don't see him knock it. Sometimes
he does.
I think, me personally, sometimes I think I'm like, slow down, man. He's like rushing it sometimes.
Do you remember the second chance that Naby had in that semi-final game where he tried to take it round the goalkeeper? That was Ox.
Was it?
He plays. He does. Yeah, it was Ox.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's all positive. If I'm complaining about someone who's going to either shoot, dribble, or play a killer pass, then I'm a fool. I'm just saying sometimes it might not run for you, and that's why Ronaldo will always get picked, because he won't do any of the stuff that we really like score goals sometimes. But
wow.
No, sometimes. But he will keep the game ticking.
Yeah.
He's actually quite similar to Naby in that regard, I think.
Ox is more of a risk taker, so the way that he plays is you're not going to see him do all the time be doing a little simple pass. He's going to look for a ball that most other players wouldn't necessarily try to play.
You're the man, Sini, which is why I feel like when we sit here and we say we want more from him, I think we're actually quite harsh on him, because he does try a lot. He tries, like you said, he takes the risk, which is what the rest of the midfield don't do.
Exactly.
So the risk doesn't always pay off. He might get tackled or whatever. The pass doesn't come off. So then it looks like he hasn't done much in a whole game, because not every pass is coming off. Sini, you're the man today.
So there's nothing to really moan about then, especially if we win.
Realistically,
because he's there to do.
Realistically,
next time he'll score. Whatever.
Realistically, because like I said, he's there to play the passes and do the things that the rest of the midfield won't do.
Yeah, that they're reluctant to do.
Sini,
you're the man today.
Slim. I hope you're not watching this. Where's the camera? That was fantastic analysis. Fantastic.
Sini, man, he just took the words right out of my mouth, man. Exactly what I was thinking, bro. But but we scored the early goal in the semi-final. Like I said, brilliant link-up play. I think Salah, he was a man possessed in the semi-final. He didn't get a goal, but he was just strong.
Part of everything.
Yeah,
he was doing it for the culture. Wasn't
I
he?
think
100%.
this cup played to Salah's ego a little bit, and I'm gonna say it in a good way. I think everybody wanted to see Salah. Everyone out there wanted to see Salah. We were just saying
Mohamed Salah.
No rules, man. No rules.
It's true.
Anyway, everyone wanted to see Salah, and I think he thrived off of that. And I think he wanted to show everybody, like, I'm here, I've arrived, and he played his socks off for me in the semi-final.
Strong.
And did anyone see the clip where Mane was being interviewed by, I think it was Egyptian press?
Yeah.
They didn't want to ask about anything about Mane.
They were fans. I think they were fans.
Oh, were they fans? And they were just like, they went to him, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to ask about the game. They were like, so what do you think of Salah? Like, no problems? He's like, Salah? What kind of problems? Salah's the king of Egypt.
They got their response. This is why I think I think TalkSport done it, and a few others like trying to spout nonsense about, should you play this one or the League Cup? I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, use your fucking brains, people, man. You know what I mean? Not only is we've never won the trophy and we've got pride, like you got to face facts about the commercials,
correct?
The commercial aspect, and just being the best. Well, why not go for it?
It's 2 games.
It's
2 games.
Crazy.
If you look at the qualification criteria for both. One, you end up in regardless.
That's it.
The other, you have to win the biggest competition there is to be able to have a chance to enter. How can you question which of the two?
You're representing Europe, if you want.
You're representing yourselves, your country, and Europe. Listen,
there's about 10 things. Also, I heard there's £5 million prize, or €5 million prize money.
What, for winning it?
Yeah, compared to League Cup is 100 grand.
Exactly. Six
About
figures.
£100.
5 million euros. Sydney, 5 million euros. That'll pay for a nice chunk of the boys' wages. Like,
Do you
this
know
shit's
what?
important to me.
That's
man.
not
just
even the big
bought a
thing.
signing,
That's
pretty
not
much.
even the big thing for me. The
That's
only
minimum
reason why
signing.
the League Cup has become the only reason why the League Cup has become a thing. Let's be honest about it, is because all of a sudden City have taken it serious and they make it look like it's a big boy thing.
Yeah.
It's been no disrespect, but it hasn't been good from days when Fergie was in charge of
All
them
prestigious
man.
anyway.
Yeah. Because he was playing his kids from them times.
Yeah.
So please don't.
And
try
didn't he forfeit the League Cup?
Yeah,
once?
to go for to this
No,
as well.
FA
The
Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
Oh, that was the
Because
FA
they
Cup.
done it at a different time, like in January.
They need to allow trying to. They
That
just
was
want to
dark.
stick it on us.
Question.
I'm fucking with that.
Question: is the League Cup dead now?
No, this was like a unique situation. I think they could have done a bit better with trying to rearrange some of the games. Or
I'm
something.
gonna answer my own question as well. It's dead,
I
bro.
think it's dead.
It's
Why?
dead.
Why?
What do you mean?
It's
The fact
dead.
that we don't play any of our first team really in there, unless it's just giving them game time, that tells you.
Listen, let
you
me
need to
just
know.
let me just
Wait,
run
this
through.
is gonna be a good argument.
Let me just run through
Go
the
on.
lineup for the League Cup.
Oh,
Since we're here,
Jesus. I don't know.
we're
Did
getting
you
from.
see some of the memes?
We're getting. Listen, we were started with Kelleher.
Liverpool, 6 Liverpool players have been confirmed of testing positive for cowpole.
Yeah, it's crazy. Listen, we started with Kelleher in goal, Hoover, Vanderberg, Boys, Gallagher,
Oh, God.
Chirivella, is that how you say his name?
Oh, yeah.
Kane, Christy Davis, Elliott, Hill, Longstaff. The subs were Winterbottom, wow, Clayton, I'm never saying that again,
me.
Norris, Clarkson, Dixon, Bonner. Is it Bonner or... Anyway, I'm going to say
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Bonner.
He's
Stick
good,
with
you
the
know.
third.
I'm not saying he's not good.
He's
Bernie,
How
and
many of them,
Stewart.
if you
How
are
many of
being
them do you
honest,
actually
yeah,
really
that's what I was
know?
going to say. How many do you know?
I don't hardly know any of them. I know-
Kelleher, Hoover,
Elliot.
Vanderberg,
Yeah.
Chirivella,
Yeah.
Elliott, Longstaff. That's it.
Kane?
Kane
No,
Kane and
not
Longstaff
for
I
me.
heard recently.
Yeah,
just through
recently. They played
Yeah.
in a, what do you call it? Pre-season.
UEFA and UEFA.
And that. Wow.
Point reading out that lineup is
Dead.
the way we disrespected the cup, if you want to call it
No.
that, by sending those players out. No, let me take that back.
Go on.
The way we sent those players out because we had no choice but
Yeah.
to. Shows me the competition
It's finished.
is finished.
Finished.
No,
It's
like, you guys,
finished.
all three of
If you
are
did
crazy.
if you did that to the FA Cup, bruv, they might throw you out for a couple of years.
Ferguson done it to the FA Cup before.
What happened when
because-
Brendan Rodgers left Steven Gerrard on the bench for the Champions? Left him on the bench for a Champions League game that we lost.
Yes.
We were out of from the start of the game,
Facts.
but he left him. What? Look at the uproar there was.
Mad.
How from you can do
Belgian.
this? Those changes in a competition, the competition
What I'm
holds
trying to
no
say
weight.
is, wait, boys. Like, why are you guys using such drastic, sensational language? Like, dead. It's just a standard thing that's happened. We made the decision.
It's
Next
died.
year, if we don't win European Cup, and it doesn't like the fixtures don't go, we'll play the same.
We treat
Or
that
you talking about
as,
the kids?
do you, to me, is this, yeah?
Go on.
With that now, with that squad and everything,
Go on.
would you ever see that squad of players playing in the Premiership?
What's that got to do with what
No,
we're talking about?
but we're talking about the competition. We're
Yeah,
talking
but
about
those boys are the only one left, unless they got me and you to play.
that's
which
it.
I'll do
So
enough for it.
because the authorities didn't do anything about it, we had no choice. So
Exactly,
in
we had
my
no
view,
choice.
that
Doesn't
it
mean
is
that-
what it
doesn't
is.
mean- doesn't
We
mean League Cup-
disrespected it because at the end of the day, we could have chose to do it the other way around and
it's
sent
not-
the
yeah, but
boys
that's
them
not-
to
no, yeah, fair
the
enough.
World
But
Club team.
Then I wouldn't call the
the World-
boycott in that cup with disrespect either. We had to do what we had to do. The World Club Championship meant more to us, so we done it. Doesn't mean it's a disrespect. The chips are falling that way.
Really?
We would have done the same.
Because
thing.
next
I don't know,
season,
yeah, I
next
feel like
season,
if-
we'll be back in the.
Whoa, Sini, speak on it. Speak on it.
sorry.
Speak
I
on
just
it.
feel like if you're choosing one over the other, that clearly gives you option. You've
Okay.
got a wife and a side chick. You choose your wife. It means you
Jesus.
don't want her.
In layman
Baby, I
terms.
love you. Listen to this guy.
In layman terms.
Wait, so you go to McDonald's, yeah, which is rare for me, but you go to McDonald's, yeah, £quarter Big Mac, I'm having a Big Mac. Fuck you! Like, that's not how it works. It's not a disrespect.
Excuse
You
me.
don't have to fucking
Excuse me.
Big Mac.
Excuse me.
There are
Hello.
other-
Hello.
Yeah, other-
Quarter pound and Big Mac, not much difference. They're both beef burgers.
Whatever.
It's
There
more
are
like
other
Big
food
Mac McChicken
outlets.
sandwich.
So you got a pair. You got a pair. One pair of Nikes, another pair of Nikes. Oh, I love both of them. Or I'm obliged to buy a pair of trainers today because I need some. Right?
You know what?
I will choose the blue pair.
No, I
So-
don't think your analogy.
Disrespect
No,
to
no,
the
no.
fucking
No,
understanding.
I don't think your analogies work
not
when it
understanding
comes to the
it.
cup
They
competition.
never work, to be honest.
The fact that we had to field a side that young shows that the competition is finished now.
No, it just shows that
It's finished
clubs
now.
don't have 50 senior pros.
Villa,
It's not.
Villa,
It's not.
Aston Villa fielded a weakened side. Teams like Villa should never be fielding a weakened side.
Listen.
Never.
All right. Let me change.
Never.
Let me do. Forget about analogy. Let's just talk about facts then. Yeah, facts.
Oh, come on.
Let's bed in for the night.
Wait,
Professor Paul's gonna keep talking.
Professor
Okay,
Paul, I like that name.
Can you pass my slippers and my blanket,
Yeah,
please?
we've been here before. In my
Hey.
pocket, I have some few facts.
Like, he wants us to call him rapper, right?
There is a old African saying.
Mr. Ferguson is killing the referees. No, so the if you want to say disrespected, whatever, it's been like that for years. We haven't done anything new.
But that's the point.
That's it. That's why
That's
it's
the point.
dead.
It's done.
But what we done doesn't. It's not the final nail because
It
next
is.
year- no, because listen.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, how about this? Who loves young football, like young players? We all.
Where
we
we
all
go?
like
Where we
Pause.
go with this?
Pause.
Where we
I see
going
him
with
say
this?
fire for that.
We like Elliot. So we want to see Elliot play. We want to see Brewster play.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna need the League Cup. Every other football fan in the country, Foden's, your Aketas, whatever.
So now
only gonna play.
now it's
the
a
League
it's a
Cup.
development cup now.
That's what it
It's
is.
a development cup.
Doesn't matter.
It's not a league cup. It's a development
I still
cup.
enjoy it. I still want
It's
to win.
a step
I
up
still
from the
wanna
20
win.
under 23s.
I still want to win
Literally.
every game as a Liverpool fan. When it gets to the semi-finals, there's some decent.
We never
games.
talked. We never
It's
spoke
always
about
good.
winning. We never spoke about winning. And we're not talking about winning.
that
it.
one game.
We're talking.
I want to win, and I want to see the young players get a chance. And
Alright.
I think the League Cup is fantastic. To be
Okay,
honest,
Jesus.
fair enough. You think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
The rest of us think bun that.
Yeah.
Like France.
Straight.
Like France are getting rid of it after this season. Their League
Straight.
Cup. Just get rid of it.
No.
Get rid of
because
it.
you get rid of it, and then you
Paul,
don't. You see
Paul.
no more Brewsters.
No, you will.
No,
You
Yes,
will.
you will.
If they're good enough,
We need to talk about
if
Brewster.
they're good
We need to
enough,
talk
they'll
about
make the
Brewster.
step up. Why do we need to talk about Brewster? He hasn't featured. He's been injured.
No, I
He's
want to talk
injured.
about. I want to talk about what we're gonna do with him. How we're gonna get him
But
going.
we're going to get him fit first.
Yeah.
Until he's fit, we're not having a Brewster conversation. Yeah. Rian, if you're ever listening, we love you, but you're not fit, so we're just gonna sidestep that one quickly. Yeah. Paul, you're on one today, bruv. Did you take your meds? No? Okay, I thought not.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh, mate.
so in the League Cup, we were forced to field a very young side who showed up really well. All the stats say they had the majority of the ball, lots of possession, lots of attempts, but they ran out 5-0 losers, which was unfortunate. But you know what? Respect to the Aston Villa team. They went in at full time and spoke to them and told them how well they done. The boys, they tried.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quality.
The boys tried really well. We all knew that they were going to get beaten. It was just a question of how much. 5 was harsh, but it's football. It's a learning curve. They hopefully they take that lesson and it helps them late in their career later down
Thank
the
God
line.
to the League Cup.
And you know what? Respect to the player, to the fans who went out there.
Oh, the
Because they
support was
sang their hearts.
amazing.
Yeah,
The
they
support
sang their
was
hearts
amazing.
out.
They sung their hearts out and they stayed to the end and they
Yeah.
clapped the boys off.
Yeah.
I think that
Really
was amazing.
Respect that.
Yeah. Right. Back. What? I've lost my chain. This is what happens when I don't get the time to write things down. I forget things.
But League Cup.
No, take time.
No.
Nah, you lost
There was somewhere else I wanted to go after. There's somewhere else I wanted to go. You went on so long about.
Brewster.
No, I
No.
don't want to talk
Transfer?
about Rian. The thank you, Sini.
Yeah,
Thank
there it
you.
is.
Also in the news was the transfer of
Takumi.
What's his first
Takumi.
name?
That's it. Thank you. Takumi Minamito.
Is it Minamito or Minamino?
No, Minamino.
Minamino.
What's his first name?
Takumi Minamino.
Cool.
He
Nice
was.
name.
Someone correct me if I'm going wrong here. He was he like a central midfielder for Salzburg when he played up for RB Salzburg, or would you call him more of a?
He looked like he was playing, I don't know, like a... Well, it's definitely
It looked like he
attacking
was playing
midfielder,
off
but
the
like one
front.
top three, like
Yeah.
front three. But he
So
can
you-
play in
like
that.
like in a false nine.
In the
or
newspapers, they
number
say
10.
False nine,
Liverpool
anywhere across the
bought
front
the
three.
Japanese winger. That's how they describe
They-
it.
okay.
he's
But I
playing
don't know.
like
Well,
out wide he was playing.
None of
so-
us know much of him other than what we saw
Apart from Leo.
against. No, listen, don't give
scouted
me-
him.
no. Leo wanted us to sign him, correct? But not sure if you lot heard after the first Salzburg game. I did notice him that he was picking up a lot of space in between the lines and causing a lot of damage, and I noticed it. I never asked to sign him though. I didn't take it that far. I don't ever shout to sign a player just on seeing him once. But big up to Leo. He had the foresight to say that, and we signed him. 7.25 million, his release clause.
Bang.
The question that I wanted to ask, which is what I asked in the Anfield South WhatsApp group, is he a footballing signing or a Moneyball signing?
I think it's a bit of both, and I think if you're looking at the price we're paying, it's a minimal risk investment. If he comes and he turns out to be really good, then fantastic. If he doesn't, get an exposure to another area of the world market for Liverpool, really, so to speak. But it's definitely a risk worth taking. The last time we spent in that region, we acquired Robertson, so you know what I mean, it's not such a bad thing.
I can't say anything to that.
No,
Series.
it's basically that's a wrap there, Sini.
It's true. I mean, and go on, Paul.
Just thinking, like, you know, something about this signing. You know, when it's so exciting. It's exciting now when we sign a player. And because it's so fresh, because he was like doing well against us and they're a good team. And Klopp said something about he would have been trained well. They like the club, don't they? They like the club and where they ran, and there's high press and the same sort of philosophies. I'm really excited about this. And sometimes, at the moment, touch wood, everything just seems to be rolling for us. £7.25 million.
Yeah, that's unheard
That's
of
ridiculous.
these days.
And just as the bloody Champions League rules change for cup tied players,
You complain in it,
and he's like he presses high and he's quick, and you know
he's
crazy.
ready. He's ready to play in the Champions League. I'm not sure about the Premier League, but he's definitely Champions League ready, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was doing it.
After what Sini just said, listen, you are the man. Today you're just on fire. But the point that you just made, for me, even if it doesn't work out, he's got Champions League exposure. He knows that world, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
His goals involvement this season is pretty high as well. They said
I think he's been involved in a lot of Salzburg's goals. Yeah.
So if it don't work out, still Champions League. He's going to help us to hopefully.
And it can't hurt because you know Mane, Salah, and Firmino. You see, Firmino now stepped up the last couple of games, scored a couple of goals now because Origi was starting to hit form. But Mane and Salah are rarely challenged because the way we want to play with the way they sort of run in behind or whatever, Shaq can't do that. So I don't think he's ever really put pressure on their position.
But that's the question I was going to ask. That was what I was going to ask you, Chris. Where do you see Minamino fitting in?
That's the thing. So again, depending on what you read, so many different places. So heard attacking midfielder, heard winger, heard
So my understanding is you can play tip of the diamond, tip of like attacking out of a free or anywhere across the front three. That was my understanding.
So that's it. So for me, I think Origi's more of a waste if you put him out wide. I think if you're gonna play Origi, you should play him as a number 9.
Through the middle.
Personally, I think this guy's gonna probably be dovetailing on either one of the other two front three players.
They're going to need a rest at some stage, aren't they?
Of course.
It's getting ridiculous.
This next period coming up is going to be relentless.
But we've done really well with the rotation.
Talking about needing a rest, having extra time today. I mean, we've got to now. I'll probably have rest. Probably sleep tonight. Fly back tomorrow, and then
is it Thursday?
We play Thursday.
Thursday.
We play Boxing Day. So they've got probably two. Probably 3 days.
They'll see it as worth it. They obviously, all the haters of this tournament. Do you know what I mean? And the whole thing, and like,
sorry to cut you again, Paul. I don't think they were haters of this tournament. I think they were haters of Liverpool going to this tournament.
I've heard this.
And what it could mean.
Yeah.
I've heard I don't think this is exclusive to us. Why are you going there? It's like an English thing or an English. Mark Lawrenson's a Liverpool legend, and he was today on Football Focus was talking about because obviously we lost 3-0 there, and Zico ran ring round Souness and stuff. It's like a legend, and they've done a song about it. But he was like, "Oh yeah, I spent more time on the golf course instead of training before that game." They still got that same mentality. They see it as he even said it's a glorified charity shield. Do you know what I mean? You have to have if you want to be the best. People need to start repping it and having. Pride. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what we showed. We showed great pride today.
And I saw a video. Someone put it in the group. Jan Moby was being interviewed about that same game, and he said he didn't even remember it. He said he should do.
He went
He said
there.
he
Moby wouldn't have been there. 81.
no, the 84.
84. Yeah,
84.
because they lost.
And
it.
he said I didn't remember it, and I was like, wow, these men are not.
I don't even know who they played, to be honest.
So basically, back in the day, them man there didn't really
They
take
didn't
it serious,
care.
did they?
Yeah,
Sini?
but in the gone.
No, I was agreeing. Yeah, he said
Yeah, them man there.
Yeah, but even now, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Like,
so those old school players are of that old school mindset, but the new new generation of footballers are taking that cup serious, and anyone that doesn't understand why Liverpool went out there is foolish, man. We are now world champions. We are technically the best club side in the world.
yeah, but I said it a few weeks. We are the best. We are the
but
best.
that.
No,
You
no,
do
but
that.
this stamps it.
This is
This
official,
rubber stamps it.
But
Makes it
we
official.
knew it anyway.
No,
No.
it's not about knowing it.
When you
It's
get
not
the
about
badge.
knowing it, but it's about rubber stamping
Of
it.
course,
It's about rubber stamping
agree.
it. Now,
Yeah.
we're not just talking as Liverpool fans saying we're the best in the world.
We know it.
People,
That's it.
If you've never seen football and you come and you see Liverpool and you're going to ask, what's that gold badge on the front? We're the best in the world.
Yeah, it's
Facts.
true.
At
Yeah.
club level.
End of.
That's it. No arguments. There's
No, it's true.
It's not a debate anymore. We're sitting
not a
with Man
debate.
City
Yeah.
fans.
It's true.
Man United. Who's the best team in the world right now? Liverpool.
Liverpool.
There's no
But
debate.
the beauty of it, even though I agree, you guys are rubber stamped, deep down, all the haters out there, well, forget about haters, all the other fans, they knew we are the best team. We've been the
But
best
you
team.
have
Yeah,
to
but you have to
prove
Yeah,
give
it,
it.
you
bruv.
do.
have to
If
show
you
and
come away with
prove it.
nothing,
Of course.
Yeah.
like we did last season in league,
Yeah.
That's true.
It
Then we're
doesn't
not the
mean
best.
nothing. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean
We're not the
nothing.
best.
Paul, what you're saying is the equivalent of basically knowing how to drive but not having a
That's,
license.
yeah. Sydney, yeah.
You know that, That's the equivalent.
This guy's on fire today.
It's an analogy king.
Hey, listen, I mess with Sini now.
But back to your point about the tired and the obviously traveling. I think one of the things that people overlook is the psychological side, because when teams are doing well, I don't feel you don't feel the fatigue as much. When I look at all the other teams that go on runs, in particular, if you think about when Leicester done it, they had pretty much a bare 11 and they didn't change their squad or anything like that. You suffer less injuries, but when things are going bad, you tend to pick up more niggly injuries. People start thinking, do I want to play that game? I don't fancy it. But you see when the team's winning, you got that mentality.
Everyone wants to be
And
involved.
everyone
That little
wants to do
niggle,
it.
just like, I'll play on that.
Exactly,
Sini, you're
exactly. And that's what
100%
we're
right.
seeing now in our squad. Don't get me wrong, people like Fabinho, etc. But there's people ready to step in. When Adam came off, everyone think he's not going anywhere. Look, he's travelled with the squad.
Yeah.
He's still there. And I think if everything's going wrong and you're in a bad patch of form, when Adam's probably at home now,
Yeah.
he
Chilling.
said, I don't fancy this. You know what I mean? I don't want to be part of that. But right now, I think mentally, we're in the
Mentality.
best- we're in the best
Giant.
place
Yeah, that's right.
that we have ever been.
Apart from and to go and touch on Sini's point, apart from Messi and Ronaldo, who use them, apart from them being freaks of nature, what helped them get 600 goals each now, 700 goals, is that they play every game. Do you remember? Do you know what I mean? When Sky used to have their games, the Scottish guys Messi doesn't want to come off. Messi, he doesn't, because 2 minutes later he scored. He scored his 4th goal in the 92nd minute.
But they are scoring all the time. In terms of those two, let's be honest, they're a cut above. But even to what you were saying, Sini, if you fall out of this team, you don't know when you're coming back. You know, fair enough. We're getting injuries, so it's a bit.
That is a
mad,
big point,
but
Chris.
that's
You
it.
know,
If you get out, if you fall out of this team,
And I think
getting back in.
I think Klopp is the type of guy as well. He's very much like a very, he's quite, it is what it is sort of thing. And like, he's just play football, play.
that's probably why Ox was so devastated
Yeah.
today, because he knows he's played his way back into the team
That's
after
right.
that big injury he's had,
right.
and now he's out for another layoff, and he knows there's other people chomping at the bit.
Hopefully he was smiling anyway. Hopefully he was
The medal will make him cheer up. Do you know what I mean? But
Definitely.
you know, you got to
It's
think.
not
He's
in
got to
vain.
think now. Milner's there on the sideline. You know, Wijnaldum's going to be back in. You know what I'm saying? Fabinho is supposed to be
be
back
back
sort of January
January,
times.
yeah.
He's now probably looking and thinking, shit.
Minamino.
Minamino's
so we're
in.
not gonna say Lallana though. Like we're not.
Do you know what? Right?
These
Do you
two
know what?
games,
Do you know what?
man.
You have to put him in the conversation, because whether you like him or not, Klopp
body.
likes him. He was the guy that came on today. He was the guy that
He's
came
a
on today.
body,
So
man.
Lallana's in the question. So
there.
what you said, nail on the head, mate. If you fall out of this team for whatever reasons, you never know when
tough,
you're getting
man.
back
It's
in.
tough.
Unless
Get
you're
back in.
one of the top boys.
Yeah, but you know what? Competition for places is healthy.
Yeah.
And I think what you're saying about the top boys, the reason why the Manes, the Salahs, and the Firminos don't get it off, because when you look at it, there are strikers. You never really rest your big striker. Do you understand? When you play 4-4-2 or even 4-5-1 or whatever, your main guy doesn't really fall out. And when you think about them three are our main guys, they're the strikers. Let's just have it right. They're the ones that are going to get us the goals. So you don't really want to take them out.
We didn't talk about Firmino's goal today. After that third time lucky or third try today was fantastic, wasn't it?
It was.
He took his time.
This guy's I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
I mean,
We're like,
because I was just about
we're
to
just going like from pillar to post. Like, you need to slow down,
I
Paul.
forgot
You need to slow down, bruv.
But
Go on, what you want to say,
in
Chris?
terms of what you were saying about the strikers, you're right, because even if you look across other teams, they got to have rhythm as well, you know. And I guess we're fortunate that we have a top three that work so well with each other that if one's off, or even if two are off, you can almost get away with one pulling it out of the bag almost. Do you understand? So when all three of them are there, you just kind of got to play them unless it's injuries, isn't it?
Just like Firmino pulled it out the bag today. Segue for you, Paul.
Well, yeah.
No, don't go back. Do not go back. There's your
I'm talking about
segue.
Firmino and the boys and
Talk about his goal.
and the free. Oh, the goal was fantastic.
Talk about his goal, because that was the segue for you, Paul.
Henderson played really well.
Wonderful ball.
No. Talk more about Firmino,
Oh, wait there.
please.
Mane's hold up play.
Wonderful.
And if I can segue to what we used to talk about recently, is that the front three don't link up anymore. We've had a good couple of months of them linking up. Mane and Salah looking for each other again.
Yeah.
And that ball from Mane, I didn't even see Firmino on the screen. He just
What's that screen with you?
Yeah,
mate?
bro. What were you watching?
I saw him coming.
He was
I was
there.
watching a Nokia 3210.
no.
Done no.
I was
Man, pixelated.
Oh, you were driving.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
driving.
yeah,
Yeah.
But he stopped when that passage of play was taking place, of course, because you can't drive and watch at the same time.
That's
No,
true.
I was driving and watching.
Whoa.
No.
I was joking.
Well, you tried to help him, innit?
Authorities, I'm joking.
BVLA. Anyway, it was a great ball by Henderson, who I like to add is playing really well of late. He's in a real purple patch, in my opinion. Henderson's always a solid 7, sometimes a 6, but I'd say a 7 out of 10. But I think he's playing at your 8, 9s if you are, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
So great ball. And like, do you know what I like when people play those balls where the defender stretches for it and it's just out of reach?
Inch perfect.
I reckon he done his groin a little bit, that defender. And then, like you said, the vision for Mane to see Firmino come in to hold it up and play it in his pass. I thought Firmino was going to hit it first time.
Same.
And then, given the way the game was going for him, when he cuts back inside, if you watch it, he shoots, but it hits the defender's foot.
Yeah.
And if it had been an inch more, it would have hit his shin, and he blocks it. He blocks it. So lucky.
Celebration was sick.
No, but I'm getting listen, firms. We don't need to see your body, bro. Like, keep the top on, man. Save the yellow cards, man.
Allow
Do you know
it,
what I'm
innit?
saying? Like,
Nah, he
it's
done
long.
the right
It's
thing.
long.
But he's a Brazilian, innit?
Yeah.
For them, that tournament means
He wanted to show
means
passion.
a lot.
Yeah.
And they are playing a Brazilian team as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think his brother plays... that's Becca's brother, innit?
Poetic justice, really, that a Brazilian
Yeah, that's
scores the
it.
winning goal against Flamengo, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed.
But what can you say, man? It was a great game today,
It was
and
a great game.
they made us fight for it. They made us work hard for it. But I think overall, no one can deny that we deserve.
Yeah, we had a
deserved
better
to win.
chances.
Yeah,
We had a better chances.
100%.
Absolutely agree.
100%.
Fully agree.
All right, cool. Let's turn our attentions back to the Premier League quickly before we wrap it up. Leicester played Man City today. Don't know if you kept an eye on the score.
I've got no idea.
They actually
Really?
scored
No.
first. They scored first, but
1-0 ahead.
they went 1-0 ahead. Stonking pass from, was it Madison?
Madison
In
to
behind
Vardy.
Fernandinho. Yeah, it was.
And it was a very good finish from
because it was.
Vardy.
It was.
Vardy scored
Again.
again.
Yes.
Dink over the keeper.
Edison
Really
came out.
dink.
Edison came out quite
Yeah, he
far.
came out. Yeah.
I wanted to get Vardy a couple
He's
years
hungry
ago,
then.
though.
Wait a minute. You're saying they scored first.
1-0 up. Yeah, Leicester
And
went
then-
1-0 up. And then 3-1.
City beat them 3. Sorry, I should laugh. City beat them 3-1. Whoa.
So now they're
We'll
both.
take that, innit?
City are 11 points behind us, and
Leicester
Leicester are 10.
And we've got
a
them
game
next.
in hand. We've got a game in hand, but we play Leicester
Next.
on Thursday at Boxing Day.
Boy.
We beat Leicester.
Boy.
That is serious.
13 if.
Serious. Serious. We beat Leicester.
You need
That's
everybody fit
serious.
though. You need everyone fit.
I think our first choice
I
11
think we'll
is
beat
pretty
them.
much there.
yeah,
The front three are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, Gomez, Robertson, Trent. Yeah. And I think the midfield speaks for itself. I think
Hendo
in
can
that
start.
game, I think you do. Henderson might not start.
Oh, really?
Just because of how long he played today and the running he covered today, and Ronaldo hasn't played and he's fit, so I think you might.
He has to. Oxlade Champions.
You might see a Wijnaldum, Milner,
yeah.
and possibly Naby.
Oh,
possibly
Naby again.
I wouldn't want. I would like to see Henderson,
Wijnaldum, and Milner. That's what I want to see.
No, I'd rather see Keita than.
But you know what?
I'm not
Keita
having-
might
I'm
do
not
a
having
madness,
axis
you know,
of
because
evil
Leicester
then.
like to play football.
True.
To be honest, Leicester
Yeah.
like to play football.
I'm
Don't
inclined to
forget
agree
this
with
stuff. Yeah, that
Henderson,
what was it?
Ronaldo,
Brexit
Keita.
midfield.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
aka
alright.
the axis of evil. That three, yeah. Henderson, Milner,
Yeah.
and Ronaldo. Yeah, that's a fucking train wreck. I hate it, man. And also statistically, we don't win a lot of games. It's like this tried and tested. We lose a lot of games.
But Paul, do you know I'm going to
Lose.
cut you because you
Big
go.
man,
Where's those
where you
Paul,
been the
you-
last
you-
18
Paul,
months,
the last
rude boy?
2 years.
We lost.
Okay.
Paul,
I'll get out the stats.
Paul, you go in on this midfield, yeah. But my point is, yeah, the reason why I want that midfield is because we don't have to go out there to win.
Okay.
So we don't have to go all after. Given what we've just gone through, 90 plus minutes.
Yeah.
120 minutes. Sorry,
yeah, 2 hours.
120 minutes of football. We don't have to go out there. Leicester are at home, so the onus will be on them to come at us. So what we need to do is just win the ball back, turn it over, counter attack, score. So for me, that Brexit midfield, that axis of evil, whatever you want to call it, is perfect for this game. You now put Naby into the equation. He's going to now carry the ball, dribble. That means one of the fullbacks can't quite get forward. I just feel like you play that Brexit midfield, you're good. You can soak up some of the pressure. Because Vardy in behind is
you
fucking
don't
It's
want
not
it.
lethal.
true
You
that every
don't want
game.
it.
We're talking about that, but it doesn't mean every game that Naby plays, the fullbacks can't get forward.
No. But when I'm just saying in terms
I
of
know what you-
Naby's
but I know
more
what you
progressive
mean.
with the
Yeah,
ball,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
he?
Of course.
Okay, let me counter it a little bit.
Go
Yeah,
on.
when I say about we didn't lose, but I remember getting a lot of Champions League draws away. Those runs to the Champions League and that midfield. When we play that midfield, that three in particular, Wijnaldum seems to hide when he's with those two. Henderson and Milner themselves, they can't knock it between each other. They can't string 2, 3, 4 passes. I don't know what it is. I know they're not agile enough. They're not flexible enough. And when we play that midfield, we lose too much possession. We invite too much pressure. It's too much pressure. It doesn't actually mean you're gonna get the ball back and do anything.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
agree with the game plan, what Slim was saying, but again, I think mentality side. I think if you go into a game thinking you don't have to win,
No.
that's
Let me
That's
just
the
let me
only thing I
let me
don't
just
want them to go in.
before you
Yeah.
carry on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we go into the game with that mentality. I'm just saying you look at the picture, we don't have to win.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. So if we go there with that midfield, not such a gung ho midfield, is cool for me because. Personally, I'm saying we don't have to go and win. I expect us to win.
Yeah.
Do not get it twisted.
Yeah.
I expect us to win,
Agree.
but I just expect us to win with that axis of evil. As Paul
We'll
likes
see
to
what
call it.
I'm comfortable with Naby playing because at the end of the day, 10 points is wonderful. 7 is not even a problem, but 13 is what you're looking for. Like you said, you want. Let's
That was bars, wasn't it, Sini?
Mate,
That was bars.
13 is what you want.
Go on,
And at the
rewind
end-
on them. Rewind on them.
No, I think you should say it again.
10
because
missed
that was-
calls for
Right.
the reloads.
Listen, 10 is good. 7 is not even too bad, but 13 is great. That's what we want.
And-
we want the 13.
Play to your strengths. Anytime we seem to have a hint of what's the word, caution. It for me it seems to go. Anytime we've dropped Trent,
No, see the
Barcelona
thing is,
away, United away.
Paul, I don't want you to misconstrue me. I'm not talking
No.
about caution.
No.
I'm not
Well,
talking
you are
about
slightly.
I'm not talking about caution. I don't see that midfield as being cautious. What I see that midfield as is breaking it up, winning the ball back, and turning it over quickly.
Naby wins the ball a lot.
Yeah, but
he actually wins the ball a lot.
No. But that midfield is playing the ball from back to front. That's what I'm talking about. Counter attack. Leicester like
They've
to
got
play.
to be on us.
They
They've
want
got to.
exactly to
got
keep the
to.
pressure up. They've got to be on us. They like to play football. I'm just talking about winning the ball back. Down the channel,
that's
over
it.
the
Yeah,
top,
no, yeah.
whatever it is,
It's
that
long
long
nonsense.
pass.
As long as it's
Thank
quick,
you.
as
That's
long-
it.
as long as
That
it's
quick
quick, though.
turnover.
As
That's
long
all
as
I'm
it's
asking
quick.
for. When you play Naby or
carries the ball.
carrying the ball,
Yeah,
it's more of
yeah,
a slower build up.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to be. I feel like we have to have control of the game to have them midfielders in.
I agree. If
want
it
a
can
quicker
work, that's
transition.
great tactics. But what they all have to do is actually those midfielders, like say Henderson today when he came and supported and had that shot, they need to support more than they used to do with that free. Because when you get the ball and you play that quickly, and Salah and Mane are chasing it down, all of a sudden they stand and they win the ball or collect the ball by the bar line. They stand up there, the person they want to take on. It's usually just Firmino and Mane. It's not enough.
That's
why it's better.
That
Usually when we build together, we build your Robertsons in your and your Trents, and then all of a sudden you've got more players to choose from.
And I understand what you're saying, but then you've got to understand Leicester's threat with their fullbacks as well. If we're building up, and then they catch us, they can hit us on the counter because their fullbacks is quick. And like I said, Vardy, any ball for Vardy over the top. Van Dijk's quick, Gomez is quick, but they're not Vardy quick. Let's have it right. Yeah. So any ball over the top can catch us. That's the problem with the build-up. You be pushing up the field slowly, quick turnover, space.
You probably will play them.
We'll see. I've got my team. You've got your team. We'll see who's proved right on Thursday.
I feel like Van Dijk and Gomez are up there though with probably the quickest centre backs.
100%. 100%.
Gomez played.
They're no Fernandinho.
Perfect. It has to be perfect.
Yeah.
But if it's good, if it does get it, exactly, he's gone. Let's have it right. He's gone.
Gomez has got his confidence back on the ball. Do you see those bursts he makes?
Today he was better.
The way he stepped into the midfield.
Driving out.
But you see, that's what Lovren does on a normal. So for me, I know Gomez can do it. So for me, I want to see him do it more because I like us to have. We know Van Dijk can play football and we know he can step in, but I'd rather him stay and then the other defender be the one. So I want to see that in Gomez, like you said. I want to see that him stepping forward, carrying the ball into midfield, and I think it's great to see that his confidence is building and he's capable of doing that. It's amazing because he is the future. As much as I said last week how much I like Lovren, blah blah blah, he's the future and he's the one that I see long term part in VVD.
Like he's returning back to that form of the beginning of last season. Him and Van Dijk started together.
And they were solid.
He blocked one today, didn't it? One of the guys.
He did.
The shot with
the
pace.
Wonderful. He got into spot.
Toe on the wall. Do you know what I mean? There's things like that.
Trent defending better as well, isn't he? Sometimes he gets a bit square.
And when
he's improving.
He got nutmegged on the edge of the area and I feel like he stopped. The ball went through his legs and he stopped. He doesn't try to recover it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like always, once he gets beat, I don't know if he.
But today he was better. Apart from that, there was one when some guy tried to take him on and he won it.
Do you know what? I'm nitpicking at all of the players, and Trent included. It's nitpicking. If I'm honest,
such is the standard.
That's it.
That's exactly the standard. Exactly.
So what's our record now? What's our record now? Apart from that, so we lost to Villa, but we've only lost one game all season.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't want to. I'm not even looking at that right now.
I just want to take. I'm actually now getting to that point. It feels earlier on than usual, but it is now one game at a time. And that's it just feels like it's too early. Usually you get to March and you're like, rah, still there, you know. Like and whatever. That's when I'm like, I'm looking at how many games are left and you're ticking them off one by one. This is early.
This feels completely different to me though.
Than last season.
Like to any season, if I'm honest. This right now just feels different. I feel a different air of confidence. Like,
swagger.
I know. Like when we play a home game, I don't even feel.
No.
I know. I look at it and I see the fixtures at home. I'm like, okay, that's it. That's how I feel.
That's the arrogance that we're teams are giving us.
No, but Leicester away.
This Leicester away, I think it's tough. We win this game, and it's huge. I don't want to go on to say the words.
Yeah. I hear that. You don't need to bring that. Brother,
you know what?
Why do people get so scared?
No, because
we've been burnt
30 years, bruv.
We've been burnt how many times?
Man was still in Pampers and that. Like, allow me, man.
No, not even an analogy. I'm just saying the reason why people are scared is because we have been in this position more times than anybody else. We're the only team.
You just said it's different.
I said
he feels different.
I feel
Join
different.
me in the
Nah, because if them wheels fall off, big man.
Exactly.
Brother, allow me, man.
All over
Allow
Instagram.
me. Last year was heartbreaking, big man.
Cini does not want to be a meme.
No, allow it.
Listen, just like the players, we're all 1 year wiser, 1 year on wiser, and you can tell the difference.
1 point, big man.
Listen,
allow me.
And when I say this is because I say, look, this was fans and it's important, and I do believe in sort of spirituality and karma. I do believe in that and juju and like not, but I think we might win it in Brighton.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, do
Man,
you know
he's
what?
already
And you know what?
picking the
And on
game.
that note, I'm
Honestly,
stepping in.
dog.
I'm
What is
stepping
going on
in.
here?
I'm stepping in.
Honestly.
Next
Oh,
Premier
man.
League game is Leicester
That's
away
it.
Yeah.
on Boxing Day.
Even
Yes.
if we lose,
Allow
We'll
me.
have a podcast that
Chill.
weekend, so we'll be back to see what team went out and what happened in that game. Lads, it is about that time.
Wowzers.
I did want to touch on the whole managerial situation at Arsenal and Everton
Fuck 'em.
because I feel like Arsenal a joke, man, letting someone like Carlo Ancelotti go to Everton.
something. Oh my
And
God.
big props to little brother for picking up a manager like Carlo. Do you know what I'm saying? Like big prop. At the end of the day, 2 teams in one city is good for the city, isn't it? Yeah, and we support Liverpool, and as long as they stay in our shadow, like I'm happy for them, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
The
good for
FA
the
Cup
city's
game is
economy.
problematic, but he won't buy anyone before then. So it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
But
gotta keep
anyway,
moving.
we ain't really got time to really touch
That
on
end
that.
of the table don't concern us.
Them ones there, you know. But maybe next week's pod we'll talk more on a little bit on Arsenal and Everton because they would have played a game with their new manager, so we'll see what they're really about in it. But for now, we are world fucking champions
Indeed.
and European champions.
Indeed.
Hopefully,
champions.
hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes right. We're Premier League champions. We'll hold 3 titles. Because you know the Champions League final is way after the Premier League
Straight.
And that's our
season.
trophy.
So
Can I
we'll
just-
hold.
Can I just say, Gaffer?
Bruh, why when I'm like trying to just do a good little wrap up, you got something to say? What? Go on, tell me now.
I was just gonna say, if we can,
This better be good, you
If
know.
we can clinch a Premier League, because
Jesus.
we're living in the moment right now. But if we can clinch a Premier League, this team will have to go down as one of the greatest teams of all time in football. We've had it'll be a 3-year cycle, 3-4 years. That's long enough to be looking at a legendary team. Just putting it out there.
Okay,
It's a fair point.
Fair point.
World champions,
Yes,
that's it.
we are world champions today. It feels great. All you haters. Anyway, I've been your boy Slim as always, man. We've had Paul with us today.
Cheers.
Sini,
Cheers, people.
substitute.
World champions.
Until the next time, people.